Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ace, and once again, welcome back into the fantastic world of Hopper. Well, we're back once again with another Detectives United game. This time it is the 6th installment of the titles. This one is called Beyond Time and was released back in May 2023. Boy, am I excited to see what this story goes. I definitely love these collaborations between Grim Tales, Mystery Trackers, and Haunted Hotel into one fantastic storyline with each main character from each representative series. So, I got the collector's edition for you. That means we got a ton of extra goodies, collectibles, and a bonus chapter. So without further ado, let's just jump into the game, shall we? I'm actually dying to see what else we can uncover from these series. Especially from my point of view, I've never played any of the older series or the other series besides the newest installment of Mystery Trackers. If you haven't checked that out already, there's a link to my playlist in the description below. There, the Mystery Trackers from last year, which kind of resurfaced, came as a surprise, really, because most people thought that went into a dormant state or a hiatus, and suddenly they just sprang out and came out and reintroduced the old characters, apparently. So that's definitely worth noticing and paying attention to in the future. But as I was stating before, I haven't played any of the other games, so everything that is uncovered in these games is totally new for me. And I really like how they bring all this together and bring in villains, old locations from older games, and basically just retell the things over again. That's definitely a good thing for me, or I really like that, because I haven't any clue as to what the reference is from the other games. But I will definitely take a look at those old games at some point, so don't fear, I will definitely jump into those. Anyway, let's just jump into the game, shall we?
Dorian, what do you think is in this strange package?
Be careful opening it. I'll try to find some information on this symbol in our books.
Open the mysterious box. Okay. They're right. We need to find a way to see what's inside. So we're starting out by playing as Dorian, and it looks like they got all kinds of customers these days. And some kind of ghost just dropped this box over here, and Dorian almost opened it, but he hesitated, as I would suspect he will. But apparently we need to figure out what's inside this glowing box, and James is trying to figure out the symbols. As per usual, if you don't know, we are playing as the 3 main characters from each representative game. Got Dorian Brown, as I'm playing. He's from the Mystery Trackers series. Then we got James Blackthorne over here. He's from Haunted Hotel. And Anna Gray, which is from Grim Tales. Would you like some interactive help? Oh, yes, please. Examine the box. Press this area to have a closer look. They're right. We need to find a way to see what's inside. Select the item to add it to your inventory. Alright, if you have trouble finding an item you need need a hint, select the hint button at the bottom of the screen. So that gave me a pass card. Got a note here. If you receive this box, you're humankind's last hope. P.S. Hurry before it's too late. I need to find out what's inside, quickly. So we're humankind's last hope. Interesting. This looks familiar. I'll check the archives for any records of this symbol. I just need to open this. So apparently someone has seen this symbol before. I haven't, so that's new to me. Anna will help James with the books, and I'll try to get the box open. James has always been better at finding information on those dusty old books. I hope you find something useful. Alright, let's see what we have over here. Cruise that turned into an icy terror. I remember seeing my key here before. Maybe I'll look for it. Maybe I'll find it if I look through everything. Alright. What else do we have? You can take the item you collected and use it on the lock to open it. Alright. Remember to send a message to Jessica that I'll be late. Since he got married, James has been leaving earlier. It's good that he stayed today. We'll definitely need his help. So, is that his girlfriend? Jessica? So apparently he got married. We did learn by Dorian, I think it was the second game, that he kind of teased James about him and his girlfriend. Because he was always late or something. Alright, got a broken flashlight. Note the broken flashlight. Complex items require additional actions before they can help you. Select the item to have a closer look. I usually keep my key with me. But where is it now? Maybe I dropped it when I was looking through those files earlier. Alright, a flashlight can be useful, but this one doesn't work. Well, ain't that typical? We'll need both the light bulb and the battery. That flashlight needs a few parts. It definitely does. What do we have here? A safe lock. Past case list. Ooh. Past case list. I bet there's a secret compartment here. I just need to move through the maze to find it. First I need something thin enough to fit in the slot. So I wonder if we're hot off the heels of the 5th game.
Come on, Dorian. I'm sure you can handle this without my help.
Oh, that lock piece broke recently. I remember asking James to buy a new one. James insisted we practice our safe cracking skills. I know how to hear the lock components moving. Ah. Ooh. So we just got a list of the previous games. Select the sparkling area to examine it. Okay, so we got the first hidden object scene as indicated by golden mist and sparkles. Find all the items listed at the bottom of the screen. If the items are in the other pictures, the color of the word changes. Okay. Well, let's see. So they definitely stated there's something about the past cases here. So let's see. So many solved cases, to be honest. I'm tired. But who will protect the world if we don't? Dorian Brown, age unknown, about 35 years. Yeah, we don't know. Mystery Tracker Special Agent and the head of the Special Department. Features: discreet, ambidextrous. Personal traits: straightforward and sometimes rude. He has a clear sense of duty and responsible to his nearest and dearest. But not only that, he's also invisible, and so is his family. At least his siblings, which we'll learn. We stopped Mortimer Brown in the last... in the 4th game, sorry. So that's about it. He's invisible. That's why he's carrying a mask and a hat and gloves. What else do we have? We have Anna Gray up here. Oh, Anna beats both James and me put together in terms of the number of solved cases. Yeah, Anna Gray, age unknown, was rejuvenated after a magical effect. Yeah, she's forever young, I think it was stated in some game. A private detective can travel in time using personal items. Yeah, she can travel back in time if she has an item from the same time in a period of time. Smart, fearless, excellent leadership skills. He definitely is. So it looks like we're missing James. Maybe there's something useful in this envelope. Piece together the photo parts. What exactly am I... Darn, I must have torn one of the pictures when I opened the folder. Deadly Depth, that was the last one that we played. Where we stopped Agatha and her mysterious playing violin. Okay, so we need to put these here. Those was from the previous game as well. Agatha enthralled these two to kill some people for her, so she can suck their souls, I believe. That was from the Deadly Depth game. Those two were under the thrall of Agatha. Look at this fat cat. Which we need. Okay. Let's find a hat and a cup. Alright. So this is from Restville, the 4th game, Phantoms of the Past. Yeah. The Blue Rose Syndrome, which has been going on for a lot of games in this series. But apparently they're from Mystery Trackers, if I'm not mistaken. At least from what I've learned. I don't know if it's the Brown family who cultivated and grew these back in Black. No, what was it called? Raincliff. Sorry. And Mortimer came here at some point with a new breed of blue roses that made people see another kind of reality. This town was kind of abandoned. Or not abandoned, run down and pretty much in a bad state. But due to these blue roses, the inhabitants kind of saw another reality and made everything look like brand new. But we stopped him, of course. So that's a good thing. Clock, blue roses, and a weather vane. Huh. A sharpened pencil. Deadly Depth. Oh, look who's here. Agatha. With her evil violin. Flowers and painting. You'll learn achievements during gameplay? That's fine. And here's James. And Agent Shades. Let's take a look at those. Agent Shades. She's still 23 years old. Detective United agent, controls the organization's resources. Exceptional organization and technical skills. Excellent coordinator and psychologist. Accurate, punctual, and organized. Alright. And James. James is a great detective, but since he met Jessica, he barely shows up for work. I wouldn't be surprised if he wants to leave. Oh, don't say that. James Blackthorne, 30 years, an expert in paranormal events and ritual magic. Natural mystic, immune to magic. Is he now? Friendly, responsive, ready to help others in need. Martial status, married. I don't like the sound of that. Why would he say that? Maybe that's why the Haunted Hotel stopped. Because they stopped at number 20. Grim Tales is the game that is still going, and it has the most game in the series. Mystery Tracker stopped at... Was it number 19? 21? I can't remember. And then went on in a hiatus for about 3 years, and then they came back with the original characters here last year. So I don't know. All right, we'll see. And Haunted Hotel, if you haven't checked that out already, my very first game with commentary on this channel was actually a side. I would say a side story, a side game to Haunted Hotel called Haunted Novel, which features James Blackthorne's cousin, David Blackthorne, which is basically doing the same thing. So I don't know, maybe he's gonna take over. But why? What has James done? Why would they put him out? Take him out? I don't know. But we did learn in the paranormal, or in the Haunted Novel, that that's where I learned about James Blackthorne, because there was hints and teasers about him in that game as well. Okay, let's find out what's going on here. We need a key. Let's open this. Alright, found the key. Got a pneumatic tube here. Where do we need to use the key? Right here. Alright, so we got some baking soda and a stethoscope. That means we can open the safe over here, maybe. Voila. Excellent skills there, Dorian. Battery. And Florence seal. Press this button to see your current task. Yes. Open the mysteries box. As I was stated before regarding the game series, Dorian Brown is the only one, which I'm not sure as to when he's being played as, because to my understanding, the Mystery Trackers games that I played last year, Reflections of the Past, you're playing as a female called Detective Amber, I think her name was, which has a sidekick called Elf, a little dog. And apparently that goes a long way back in the series, so I'm not sure as to what role Dorian Brown has, but supposedly he joined after the Raincliff accident, which I would assume is from the Mystery Trackers game series. At what point the game number is, I'm not entirely sure, but as far as I can understand, Detective Amber and Elf is basically the most played character in the series. So why as we are playing as Dorian in this game series, I'm not quite sure. But I don't mind. I really like Dorian. I like his snide comments here and there. And by the way, talking about extra characters, Anna Gray's father, we haven't seen him in the past 2 cases. She's carrying around his father's skull. He's dead. And he's some kind of mystic. I don't know why he's dead and why he died, but apparently when he was alive, he was a villain or a criminal and with mystical powers. And she's carrying around his skull, and he can help Anna here and there with her investigations and her cases. And he's also been featured in at least the first 3 games of the series, and I really like his snide comments. He's definitely one of the better characters they introduced to the series. But we haven't seen him in the past 2 cases, so I'm dying to see if he's in this case as well. Anyway, I think I talked quite a lot already. We got a Florence seal that looks like that goes over here. Alright, so something definitely happened to Dorian there. He got cut on a trap. And somehow vanished. He got cut. His hand got cut. Selected character to start a dialogue. So we're playing as Anna now. What happened? An explosion nearly destroyed half the room. And where did Dorian go? Oh yeah, look at the door over there. That definitely, absolutely twisted around. We've got hanging cables all over the place.